I grew up as the most ardent liberal you would ever want to meet. I grew up on the philosophy of Louis Robichaud, who stood for the ordinary person, who stood against one of the greatest obstacles any politician could have, to the point that it ruined his health, and he had to actually have armed guards to escort his children to school because of the hatred that was fomented against him by the newspapers and by the Irving Corporation. But he stood with his people and he made reforms, part of which benefited many people here tonight, because the part of the Public Service Act allowed for unionization of the public employees, brought the province ahead. The party of equal opportunity. And I ran many times. I was a candidate here in 7 elections. I was fortunate to have been able to elect 5 times. And I was always proud, and I'm still proud of that liberal tradition. But something has happened to the Liberal Party. Something has happened to the Liberal government. And you people may not even realize what's happening. But the Liberal Party that I knew, and the Liberal Party that so many people here over the years supported, is not the Liberal Party today. Something has changed. And it's like putting the frog in the pot of cold water and turning the heat up. It's gradual change. And now, when people want to have a Liberal government, they start leaning Conservative or NDP, because they look at my party, your party, and they don't recognize it anymore. And we're seeing evidence of this right now. You know, this P3 thing is basically a plan to turn over the operation of a publicly owned and publicly managed and publicly run facility to a private corporation. Now, what's happened, of course, is that, well, it's going to be more efficient. But you realize what you're saying? You're saying that the existing nursing home facilities are not as efficient as they could be if they were privately owned. That's quite offensive to many people. Now, having that said that, the rates are going to be the same. So much per, they're not the same. So much per patient, per bed. The same formula, funding formula, is going to apply to all nursing homes. So the amount of revenue the government is going to put into this new nursing home is going to be the same whether it is a publicly operated or a for-profit. So where is the incentive to the private owner to have this nursing home? He's going to have to squeeze it out of the operating costs. That's the only way he's going to be able to get his profit. Now, we're looking at other things that slide a little bit along towards this new philosophy, which is business is God, business is golden. You know, we were looking at, well, not only the nursing homes, but we're looking at the funding now in a province that is terribly tight for money, squeezing the old people, but that's changed now for the time being. But the old people are still been traumatized, because you didn't want to take the lazy way and put a cent on the HST, which would have given you $125 million. Or put on the tolls, which the people suggested when you went around the province asking their opinion before the budget. But you found $25 million to put into a new playpen for the Irving hockey team in Moncton at their new arena.